私が殺したんだわ。
Okay, testing audio, testing movement. Right, test again. Okay, good. Alright then. Hello everyone, this is Gun the Mace, and I'm here with my streaming of Eve New Generation. Last time... Oh boy, where do I begin? Huh? A little quieter than usual? Hold on a second. Oh, you just had your sound turned down? Oh, okay. Okay, alright. Alright, let me try that again. Hello everyone, this is Gun the Mace. I'm here with my streaming of Eve New Generation. Last time, where do I begin? So basically, Noi followed Kojiro to the orphanage when he was going to go check with Effie. And when she did, Effie and Noi had a bit of a reunion, although Noi does not remember Effie. And then but Noi still suffered such a psychological shock from it that she had to go rest in the infirmary. Then Kojiro had a talk with Effie, where he told her that he believed that Noi and Alt were split personalities, but Effie said that wasn't the case, that they are in fact split bodies, which is whereas split personalities are two personalities in one body, split bodies are one personality in two bodies. And then she went on to basically explain the psychological process in which a human forms their own sense of self and ego, and empathy for others. And that basically how she says that this sense of self is what causes people so much pain and misery because of loneliness, because of their individual differences, and thus says that Bra wants to make all of humanity one, and that their plan has already started and it's too late for Kojiro to do anything about it. But before Kojiro can get any more out, he suddenly sees Alt in the window of the orphanage, and Effie tells her to make a run for her, and she does. Kojiro tries to chase after her, but ultimately loses her in the nearby residential area, and that's where we'll pick up. Okay, here we go. Why did Alt run away? Why did Effie tell Alt to run? And there's that coat, too. Why was Alt wearing such a long coat in this hellish heat? Damn brat. Pretty ballsy of her managing to shake my tail like that. I catch my breath as I think. Wait, hold on. Think. Remember. What kind of shoes was Alt wearing just now? Okay, loafers, sneakers, or sandals? He'll go sandals. Sandals. Right, there's no doubt about it. I could see her bare feet. Alt was wearing sandals. Incidentally, what kind of outfit was what was Alt wearing when I saw her at the hotel? What matters here is her feet. What was Alt wearing last night? white tights and shoes, black leggings and shoes, or bare-legged and with sandals. Okay, we got bare-legged and sandals, but since this is not the right choice, and we already had Kojiro make a dumb detective moment last episode, I'm going to go with the right answer, which is black leggings and shoes. Black leggings and shoes. I remember. It was a pretty unique outfit, so there's no way I could forget. That said, that part in itself is irrelevant. It's not all that strange if she was wearing something different between today and yesterday. The problem is her connection to Noi. What was Noi wearing? Black tights and shoes, bare feet and sandals. Bare feet and tentacles. Bare legs and tentacles. Well, I'll just go with the right answer. Tentacles was my thing, actually. The Japanese is a pun that cannot be translated. Alright, bare legs and sandals. So, bare legs and sandals. 2 nights ago, Noi put her shoes on the table. I had Noi put her shoes on the table, so I remember them well. She was only wearing sandals. Which means what? Isn't that obvious? I've been completely had. Hook, line, sinker. Why didn't I realize it? Why didn't I remember something so important right away? I go back into La Bayou to confirm it. Look into the infirmary from the courtyard. The bed's completely empty. There are no nurses or doctors either. Damn it. I knew it. Just as I expected. Well, hey, it is a detective visual novel. You are expected to do some detective work. Effie's not in the courtyard anymore either. I take a look around, but there's no way I'll find her. I've already realized what happened, but it's too late. Far too late. Why did I forget? I repeat the same question over and over. When I saw Alt running away, I chased her on instinct. Perhaps Effie's shout to run had triggered my my pursuit instincts. That or maybe I was so shooken up from hearing the word clone that I couldn't make sound decisions. Oh right, I forgot to mention in my recap. Effie also mentioned that Noi and Alt are clones. Anyway, no matter what excuses I make, it doesn't change the fact that I screwed up. The mercilessly blazing sun only furthers to fuel my irritation. I once again remember what I saw of Alt when I was running behind her. Those two legs I saw from under the coat. Bare feet and sandals. They were exactly the same as what Noi was wearing. In other words, that's how it is. It's no wonder that no one's in the infirmary. The reason why is because the one who ran away wasn't Alt, but Noi. No, perhaps it's a mistake to even try to differentiate between them to begin with. It's true that I never saw Noi and Alt together. The same probably goes for Hojo too. First time Hojo met Alt was in the generator room at the Bank of Japan. Neither Hojo nor I know where Noi was at the time. Because Noi had run out of Yayoi's detective agency and gone missing. And when was the next time that Hojo met Alt? According to Hojo, they were together from just before noon when they met from a manga cafe and were together until that evening. Where was Noi at that time? I have no clue. Because that morning, I lost sight of Noi in the University Hospital's MRI room. And last night, I met Alt in a room of the hotel. However, Alt suddenly disappeared from the hotel's service elevator. I got in the oil tanker, changed cars midway, and returned to the warehouse district. When I got back to my office, Noi was there. So what do these facts point to? It's that Noi and Alt don't exist at the same time. Up until now, those two personalities have switched at perfect timing. That's right, personalities. Split personalities. Where a single body houses two personalities. Noi and Alt are indeed, two people in one. This can also explain the teleportation and telepathy stuff. Let's start with the teleportation part. When Noi's the dominant personality, she doesn't remember what happens when she was Alt. That's why time seems to jump forward when she's Noi.
気がついたら時間が3時間ぐらい飛んでたの。
When I came to, it was 3 hours later. But when Alt's in control, hold on a second. That's because when Alt's personality is in control of the body, Alt goes to somewhere else of her own will. Then when they switch again, Noi's personality comes to the forefront. Noi finds herself in unknown places. This is the truth behind the phenomenon that closely resembles teleportation. It's not unreasonable that Noi would mistake it for teleportation. After all, Noi doesn't have any memories of when Alt's in control. What about with Alt? Alt mentioned telepathy in the hotel room. She also said it only went one way right now. The Alt personality probably has memories of when Noi was in control.
犬を飼ってるよね。子犬。名前は大五郎。
Yeah, I have a dog, right? A puppy. His name is Daigoro.
桂木弥生って女の人と知り合いで、彼女も独立した探偵事務所を営んでる。
You know a woman named Yayoi Katsuragi, and she runs her own detective agency.
あのパッションフルーツ美味しかった？
Was that passion fruit tasty?
指輪はまだ持ってる？大切な指輪なんだからなくさないでよね。
Do you still have that ring? It's a very important ring, so don't you go losing it, okay?
今日の朝食はトーストとサラダとアイスレモネード。
For breakfast today, you had toast, salad, and iced lemonade.
それから大学病院に行ってシシドっていう先生に検査してもらった。
Then you went to a university hospital and had a doctor named Shishido run some tests.
2の10乗は1024、2の20乗は104万8576。
2 to the 10th power is 1024. 2 to the 20th power is 1,048,576. Back then, Alt accurately said things that only Noi and I could have known. She claimed that she could do telepathy based on that, but that's not the case. That sort of mumbo jumbo doesn't exist in this world. It couldn't. Alt simply went through her memories as Noi, nothing more. The two personalities share a brain. So it's no surprise if Alt just connected with Noi's memories. It's most likely that Alt is the dominant, is the superior personality in her body. That's why Alt knows Noi's experiences like they're her own. But on the other hand, Alt's existence is hidden from Noi. Teleportation, telepathy. When you open the lid, the answer is quite simple. She has two personalities. That's all there is to it. No, wait. In that case, what does that mean about Effie's story? Does that mean all that stuff about split bodies was complete bullshit? There's also the clone stuff she mentioned. When I asked Effie if the two were clones, she nodded. What does that mean? I'm pretty sure I'm right about Noi and Alt being the same person. In that case, just who is their body a clone of? Who is their original? Just when I thought I'd solved the mystery, yet another mystery popped up. This is never gonna end at this rate. Split personalities, split bodies, clones. What connection do the three of them have? I stand still in the middle of the courtyard, completely lost. I hear voices coming from somewhere. Come on guys, time for lunch! When I turn around, I see an unfamiliar woman standing there. It's a different worker at the orphanage. The children loudly rush into the building and disappear. I'm left there all alone. No, not alone. There's a dog at my feet. A dog's looking up at me, lying on the grass right below me. Okay, so with that, we can now go to our next destination. If I can remember how to... There we go. So we can go to Okuma's house, the Katsuragi Detective Agency, or the University Hospital. One second. Alright, hospital it is. University Hospital is swaying in a heat haze. The white walls are all twisty. As if a spoon had been stuck in them and scooped part of them out. My body is the same. I'm melting like ice cream. If this keeps up, I might melt and become one with the world exactly as Effie had said. I run to the hospital to try to shake off the heat. Hey, Shishido, I need to talk to you. That's the first thing I say when I run into the room. This is the MRI control room. Shishido's sitting in front of his computer, typing something.
天城さん、いきなり部屋に入ってきて話があるはないでしょう。
Mr. Amagi, you can't just walk into people's rooms and tell them you need to talk.
挨拶ぐらいしたらどうです？
Can you at least say a hello, a hi first? Good afternoon. There, satisfied?
随分とお急ぎになっているようですね。
You seem to be in quite the rush.
まあ、いいでしょう。
Oh well.
私の方も天城さんに大至急お伝えしなければならないことがあったのです。
I have something urgent to tell you too, in fact.
停電で連絡ができなくて困っていたところですよ。
I wasn't sure what to do when I couldn't get in touch with you because of the blackout.
さあどうぞ、おかけになってください。
Oh, come on in, sit down. I sit in a nearby chair at Shishido's urging.
実はですね、天城さん。
You see, Mr. Amagi. Wait, let me ask first. Is the power back on?
いえ、
No. But this room has air conditioning. And the computer's working too.
昨日お話ししたじゃありませんか。
Didn't I tell you yesterday?
この病院には自家発電装置があるんですよ。
This hospital has its own generator. Ah, right. Yeah, of course.
質問はそれだけですか？
Is that your only question? No, I've got more. I did say I needed to talk to you, right?
どのようなご用件で？
What do you need? What can you tell me about clones?
クローン？
Clones?
どうしたんですか？突然。
Where did this come from?
クローンについての何をお教えすればいいんでしょう？
Sorry, I missed the last. Just tell me. What do you want to know about clones? Oops. I've already learned the basics about clones. For clones came up in the previous case of mine. There are several types of cloning technology, but it's most likely the one Effie was talking about, are the kinds created from, wait, hold on a second. Sorry. There's several different kinds of cloning technology, but the one Effie was talking about was most likely somatic cell transplantation. They are created by the following 3 steps. First, you repair an unfertilized egg cell with its nucleus removed. Next, okay. Next, you take a nucleus from a donor organism's body cells and transplant it into the empty egg cell. Last, you put this egg into a mother's womb. If this succeeds, then the cells will just divide on their own, and a clone will start growing in the womb as a fetus. And thus, a baby with the exact same DNA as the donor is born. However, there are other ways to create clones as well. Just like the past case I worked on. That's actually what I want to ask Shishido about. What kind of facilities do you need to make clones?
何のクローンですか？
What clones exactly?
哺乳類ですか？爬虫類ですか？それとも植物？
Mammals? Insects or vegetables?
植物だったら小学生でも作れますよ。
If it's vegetables, even the grade schooler can make them. I'm talking about humans. Human clones. Shishido's eyebrow twitches. He blinks over and over.
天城さん、また厄介な事件に関わってるんですか？
Have you gotten caught up in another dangerous incident, Amagi? No questions. Just answer me.
そうですね。大学の研究室ぐらいの設備があれば十分可能だと思います。
I think it should be possible as long as you have the kind of facilities you could find in the university lab.
技術自体はさほど難しいものではないので。
The technology involved itself is not particularly complex, after all.
問題は倫理面でして。
The problem lies in moral standards. For example, and keep in mind, this is just a what-if idea. Would it be possible to make clones in a pharmaceutical company's laboratories?
場所は関係ありませんよ。
The place doesn't matter.
核移植をするのに適した装置と知識と技術を持った人間。
All you need is the technology. All you need is the technology to implant the nucleus, as well as people with the right knowledge and skills.
この2つさえあれば、屋根裏だろうと洞窟の奥だろうとクローン胚を作ることはできます。
With all those, you can make clones anywhere. Whereas in your own attic or in a cave.
もっともそれ以前の問題として体細胞と卵子を提供してくれる人物を探す必要がありますがね。
So before that, you need to find someone who will provide the somatic cell and the egg cell.
ああ、そうそう。あとは子宮ですね。
Oh right, and the uterus too.
お腹を貸してくれる人がいなければクローン胚は育ちません。
You can't make a clone without a body for it to grow in. I see. Thanks, that was helpful. So what did you need to tell me? Shishido picks up a paper cup nearby. There's a black liquid inside. It's coffee or something. Shishido takes a sip of it and continues.
あれからノイちゃんは見つかりましたか？
Did you ever find Noi? Yeah, but I lost her again.
はあ、そうですか。
Oh, I see.
それは残念だな。
That's too bad. You don't sound particularly torn up about it.
いえ、あるんですよ。
Oh no, I am. Huh?
驚かないで聞いてくださいね。
Now hear me out. Don't be surprised, okay?
実はノイちゃんの記憶喪失の原因が判明したのです。
The truth is, I figured out the cause behind Noi's amnesia.
あれ？驚かないんですか？
Huh? You're not surprised? Hey, well you told me not to be surprised.
じゃあ撤回します。驚いてください。
Fine then, take it back. Please be surprised. Too late now. Anyway, tell me the details. What was the cause of her amnesia?
薬ですよ。
A drug. A drug?
ノイちゃんの血液からある薬物が検出されたのです。
I detected traces of a drug in Noi's blood.
成分も特定できました。
I've also identified the compound.
いえね、ちょっと思い当たることがあったので当たりをつけて調べてみたんですよ。
You see, I had some suspicions of my own. So I checked it to confirm.
そしたら案の定その薬物が引っかかって。
And just as I expected, I found that drug. What kind of drug?
カンナビノイド系の薬です。
Hold on a second. It's a type of cannabis drug.
しかしただのカンナビノイドではありません。
Not an ordinary one.
少し変わった特徴を持っています。
It has some unique properties to it. Huh?
カンナビノイドは主に PTSD の治療に使われる薬です。
One second. Alright, sorry, it's not quite cannabis. It's cannabinoid, which is a compound found in cannabis. Anyway, I'll continue. Cannabinoid is mainly used in treating PTSD.
脳の扁桃体にある CB1 受容体の働きを促進させることによりトラウマとなっている記憶を消去することができます。
By facilitating the function of CB1 receptors, the amygdala of the brain, traumatic memories can be erased.
通常は恐怖体験の記憶にのみ作用するものです。
Normally, it's only used for people who've had very frightening experiences.
けれど、ノイちゃんの血液から検出された薬はこれとはちょっと違っていまして。
But the drug that I found in Noi's bloodstream was a bit different. How so?
恐怖体験以外の記憶も消すことができてしまうんですよ。
It can erase more than just frightful experiences. Memories of frightful experiences.
薬の量を調節することによって過去数時間分の記憶から数日分の記憶、さらには一生涯の記憶までなくすことができます。
Sorry that the music is dying again. I'll see what I can do. By adjusting the dosage of the drug, it's possible to eliminate memories of the past few hours, days, or even a lifetime.
症状は心因的な記憶障害とほぼ同じなので、専門医でも見分けるのは困難です。
Well, okay, if you say so. Anyway, symptoms are almost identical to psychogenic memory impairment, so it's difficult for even specialists to distinguish between the two.
正式な薬品名は BLD ベクタマイドと言います。
The drug's official name is BLD Vectamide.
ノイちゃんはおそらくこの薬剤を注射されたのでしょう。
Noe's probably injected with this medicine. Drug. A drug, huh? An idea comes to mind, and I ask, Shishido about it. Where can you obtain this Vectamide stuff?
どうやったって手に入れることなんてできませんよ。普通はね。
BLD Vectamide is original, yes. Normally you can't get your hands on it by any means.
市場に出回っている薬品ではないので。
It's not sold on the open market, you see.
とある製薬会社が極秘に開発した新薬でして。
A pharmaceutical company developed it. It's a new drug developed by a pharmaceutical company in top secret. And what's the name of that pharmaceutical company?
デボラ製薬という会社です。
A company called Devra Pharmaceuticals. Which means the person who injected Noi with that drug is... Right. Probably her. But why would she steal Noi's memories? Maybe Noi found out some important secret that she shouldn't have learned? You said the drug's developed in top secret and it's new, right?
ええ。
Yes. And how do you know about it?
大学時代の友人に科警研に勤めているやつがいるのです。
Alright, a friend of mine from college works at the, National Research Institute of Police Science. That's how.
そいつから情報を。
He told me about it. The NRIPS, huh?
どんなルートをたどってきたのかは分かりませんが、サンプルが回ってきたそうです。
I don't know how he got his hands on it, but he managed to send me a sample. Oh, sorry, but he managed to get. I don't know how he got it, but he managed to get his hands on a sample.
デボラ製薬は治療目的でこの薬を開発したわけではありません。
Devra Pharmaceuticals didn't develop this drug for treatment purposes.
当然ですよね。
It only figures.
記憶をすべて消してしまう薬なんて患者には必要ないですから。
After all, there are no patients who need all their memories erased.
とはいえ、需要がないというわけでもないのです。
That said, however, it's not like there's no demand for the drug whatsoever.
一部の組織は喉から手が出るほどこの薬を欲していることでしょう。
There are some organizations who would kill for anything to get their hands on it. Like the military, intelligence agencies, mafia, terrorists. There's probably tons of others I'm not listing too. all organizations who deal in top secret shit like that are, like that. If there's ever a risk of their secrets getting out, all I have to do is just inject them with that drug. That way it cuts out the need to do any sort of threatening or surveillance. Plus, they also don't have to bear the risk of causing assassination. For them, this is the most convenient kind of drug there is.
そういうことです。
Exactly.
科警研にサンプルが回ってきたのもそういった経緯があったようで。
It seems that's how the NRIPS got their hands on the drug too. I see. Anyway, now I understand what the cause of her amnesia was. The next question is about how to treat it. Is there any way to get Noi's memories back?
わかりません。
I don't know. You don't know? How could you not know? You call yourself a doctor?
まあまあ、落ち着いてください、天城さん。
Now, please calm down, Mr. Amagi.
私がわからないと言ったのは、治療法がわからないという意味ではないのです。
When I said I didn't know, I just meant I didn't know, I didn't mean that I didn't know how to treat it.
方法はあります。
There is a way to do so.
ただその方法が実際に効果を発揮するのかどうかがわからないのです。
But I don't know if it'll actually work or not, that's all. Then how do you do it? Shishio took something out of his coat. What the hell is this? There's 3 syringes with 3 ampules. Syringes are in a plastic case, while the needles all have caps on them. A transparent liquid is sealed inside the ampules. I don't see a label anywhere.
CB1 カンナビノイド受容体をターゲットにしたアンタゴニストです。
CB1, an antagonist that targets cannabinoid receptors. What now?
アンタゴニスト、受容体の機能を遮断する薬ですよ。
An antagonist. A drug that has the ability to block receptors.
ベクタマイドは CB1 という受容体の働きを活性化させます。
Bectamide works by triggering these receptors known as CB81.
これにより過去の記憶が消去されるわけです。
This is how memories of the past are erased.
ね、失礼。厳密に言うと消去ではないですね。
No, excuse me. They're not erased, strictly speaking.
ただ思い出せなくなるだけで。
Just can't remember them, that's all.
一度脳に刻まれた記憶は永遠に消えることはないと言われています。
It said that once a memory is in the brain, it's never truly gone.
パソコンのデータのようにまっさらな状態になってしまうことはないのです。
Like computer data, it never truly vanishes.
では、忘却とは何でしょう？
If that's the case, though, then what does it mean to forget?
データがきちんと保存されているにもかかわらず、それが呼び出せなくなってしまう状態のことです。
It's where you can't recall the memory even though it's perfectly saved.
CB1 はこの忘却という機能を司っています。
CB1 is what controls this forgetting process function.
ですから
So, I got it now. You don't need any more. So in short, this NTAG or whatever can stop CB1 from working. And that by doing so, the data can be recalled once again.
はい、その通りです。
Yes, exactly.
というわけで、私が残念だと言った理由がお分かりいただけたかと思います。
So now I think I can understand why I said it was too bad that you lost Noi again.
治療の可能性のある薬は見つかりました。
I'd found some medicine that could have treated her.
しかし、肝心のノイちゃんがいないのではどうにも。
But now she's not around, well,
どうしましょう。
what do you want to do?
それでも一応お渡ししておいた方がいいですかね。
Do you want me to still give it to you anyway? Yeah, I'll take it. She still holds out the syringes and ampules. I take them and give them a look over. Will this stuff really work?
だから、わからないと言ったじゃないですか。
I already told you I don't know.
臨床実験の報告がまだないのです。
There still aren't many reports of the clinical trials yet.
噂によれば、老人性痴呆症のクランケが完全に記憶を取り戻したとか、取り戻さなかったとか。
Of course this guy's not sus. What are you guys talking about? We can perfectly trust a man who cheated on his own wife. Never mind. I don't even know where I was going with that. Hold on 1 second. Alright. Let's get back on... Anyway, let's get back on topic. There are various conflicting rumors about how patients with dementia, if they completely regain their memories or haven't regained them at all, then which is it?
とにかく試してみる価値はあるでしょう。
Either way, it's worth trying out, isn't it?
はい。死にはしません。
Don't worry, it won't kill her.
苦しむこともないと思います。
I don't think it hurts.
副作用はないはずです。
There shouldn't be any side effects either. How do you know that?
実際に打ってみたからです。今朝。
I actually tried it I tried it this morning. On who?
私に。
Myself.
あ、そうそう。そういえば思い出しましたよ。
Oh, speaking of which, I actually remembered something.
去年の秋、私と妻と天城さんの3人で一緒に食事をしたことを。
Remember how last fall you and me and my wife all had lunch together?
効き目が現れるまでには3時間から4時間程度かかります。
It takes between 3 to 4 hours for it to take effect.
1本で効かなければ2本、2本で効かなければ3本使ってみてください。
If one doesn't work, then go for the second one. And the second one doesn't work, then go for the third one, please. She still finishes with that. Give him a brief thank you, and quickly leave. Before he remembers any more stuff that I don't want him remembering. And anyway, here I am, back in front of the university hospital. Okay? Off we go again. To Labeyu, the Katsuragi Detective Agency, or Okuma's house. Okay, Katsuragi Detective Agency it is. Yoi, water. I need water. I come crawling into the Katsuragi Detective Agency, completely out of breath.
小次郎、どうしたんだその格好は。
Ocho, what happened to you?
滝にでも打たれてきたのか。
Were we hit by waterfall or something? Something like that. What? Well, it's my body, not my heart that needs nourishment right now. I swear I've sweat so much that every drop of waste in my body's been completely discharged. Anyway, just give me some water. I'm begging you. And I'm not just asking for a cup either. I need the whole freaking water bottle. Yoi heads over to the water cooler and quickly comes back with a Sorry, well, Yoi goes over to the kitchenette and quickly comes back with a water bottle of mineral water. To be exact, a pet bottle that's about 2 liters big. I take it and gulp it down one go. Ah. That tastes like shit! Why is it so lukewarm?
冷蔵庫が止まってるからだよ。贅沢言うな。
Don't be selfish. The refrigerator's not working, remember? Anyway, why is it so goddamn hot in here? What? Have you decided to get up detective work and start a swordsmithy or something?
言わなくても分かってるだろ。停電だからだよ。
You don't need to ask, do you? It's because of the blackout. I know that.
知ってるなら口を言うな。
If you know that, then don't say stupid shit like that. I just want to say stupid shit for a change, alright? I hate the heat.
だったらその暑苦しいジャケットを脱げばいいじゃないか。
Why don't you just take off that thick jacket of yours? Then are you saying you want me to go walking around the city with my Glock in plain sight?
銃なんか持ち歩かなければいい。
Just don't walk around with a gun then. I can't do that. My current enemy is a cult. I'm dealing with some real fanatics here. Regular logic doesn't work on people like that. Okuma told me to drop the case if I valued my life. They're an organization that can kill people with a drop of a hat. And yet you're telling me not to walk around with a Glock? She always starts to say something, but she swallows her words. Some workers glance at me. When I come to my senses, I notice all the workers in the agency are looking at me. They're staring at me like I'm shady as hell.
ラベイユに行って何か分かったんだな。
You found out something when you went to La Bayou, didn't you?
聞かせてくれ。
Tell me about it. Yayoi heads into her office without waiting for me to answer. I wave to the workers before I wave to the workers and they continue and urge them to get back to work.
話の前に聞きたいことがある。
There's something I want to ask you first.
ノイはどこだ？
Where's Noi?
今朝の電話でノイは保護したと言っていたはずだが。
Didn't you say you'd taken Noi into custody when you called me this morning? Well, this is the third time now that she got away, I mean. Well, the first time was all on you, of course.
わからないな。
I don't get it.
どうしてノイはそんなことを？
Why would Noi do that?
突然逃げ出したかと思ったら再び舞い戻ってきて。
First she'll run off at one minute, only to come running back the next.
戻ってきたかと思ったらまた逃げ出して。
And just when you think she's back, she runs off again.
その繰り返しじゃないか。
It's like a never-ending loop. I don't know either. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, sorry. I know why. Or at least I found out why.
何が分かったって言うんだ？
What did you learn? I sit in the chair and put my hands together. It's a long story. You ready for it? When Yayoi nods, I begin. First, I tell her what I heard from Effie about the mirror stage, perception acquisition, and the phenomenon where you develop empathy. How newborn babies have no egos, how they're latently created. If so, then what would happen if two babies were raised as one person before they acquire an ego? According to Effie, they develop split bodies as a result, where two bodies have one personality. I didn't hear exactly how it works, but Effie said it's possible to acquire split bodies. Whatever this is seems to be connected to whatever Bra's planning. To turn humanity into one. Evolution or revolution. This is Bra's ultimate goal, and their plan has already begun, it seems. If you ask me, it all sounds like cult nonsense to me. Next concerns the truth behind Noi and Alt. Since Yayoi didn't know about Alt, I had to fill her in on that first. I told her about how I met Alt last night, about how Alt said she was Noi's twin sister. But what Alt told me was a lie, and the two of them are actually one person. All this probably came as too much for Yayoi, but there wasn't much I could do about it. Noi and All are split personalities. Two personalities that reside in one body. That's what their actions and words up until now suggest. However, I have no idea what connection it has to the whole split bodies thing Effie was talking about. The last concern is Vectamide. It seems that Noi lost her memory because of this drug. And keep in mind, this is probably just a guess, and this is just a guess of mine for now. The Hive members who were hospitalized in the police hospital, QRS&T, were also probably injected with the same drug. The four of them didn't lose their memories due to the stun gun, nor was it an act. The mastermind deliberately decided to steal their memories in order to make sure the plan went off at a hitch. Devra Pharmaceuticals, Bra, Hive, these three organizations are connected. So it's no surprise that the attackers would have Vectamide on them. As a result, I confirmed that Noi wasn't lying either. Her amnesia was due to this drug. This teleportation phenomenon she experienced was when her personality swapped with Alt's. Alt took control. That's also probably the reason why she keeps running away from Yayoi and I. Because the one running away isn't the Noi personality, but rather the Alt personality. But when she comes back to me, that's because the Noi personality is taking control again. That's probably how it is, anyway. I returned to my original position when I finished talking and crossed my legs. I watched Yayoi's reaction. Yayoi is staring blankly as she fans her face with a file. Yayoi is quietly thinking. She's probably gathering all the stuff I told her in her head. Before long, she stops fanning herself. Yayoi quietly opens her eyes and says this.
ベクタマイドについては分かった。
I understand about Vectamide.
エフィの話もおおむね理解した。
I understand the stuff about Effie too, for as much as I can anyway.
ただ、ノイとアルトのことは。
But as for Noi and Alt, true, it might be hard to understand. After all, I've never met the Alt personality directly.
そうじゃない。
No, it's not what I mean.
予想通りだったと言いたかったんだ。
What I wanted to say was it was just as I predicted. Huh?
ノイは二重人格なんじゃないかと薄々感づいていたってことだよ。
I mean, I had a sneaking suspicion that Noi had split personalities.
アルトという存在が双子の妹だということも知っていたし。
Also knew she had a twin sister named Alt. Sorry, I'm not following. What do you mean?
アルトを探して昨日の朝私に教えてくれたよな。
You told me about the words "find Alt" yesterday morning, right?
そのメッセージがノイの大腿部に残されていたことを。
About how that message was left on Noi's thigh? Yeah. But at that time, I still didn't know who Alt was. And neither did you, naturally.
ああ、知らなかったよ。
Sorry, and you shouldn't have either, naturally. Yeah, I didn't know.
分かったのはついさっきのことだ。
Only learned about it just now.
私は何もずっとこの事務所にいて鉄を打っていたわけじゃない。
Sorry, I only learned about it just a little bit ago. I haven't been just lounging away in my office this whole time, you know.
帰ってきたのはお前が来る少し前だ。
I only got back just a little bit before you got here.
それまでは外に出てあることを調べていた。
I was investigating something on the outside up until then. Did you find out anything?
資料が手に入った。
I got my hands on some documents.
ブラーおよびデボラ製薬に関する資料と木関家の戸籍謄本だ。
Documents related to Bra and Devra Pharmaceuticals as well as the Kizeki family's family register. Their family register?
まずは何も言わずに目を通してくれ。
First, just look at this. Don't say anything. Just take a look. Once she says that, Yae holds out the file she was using a fan up until now. I take and flip open the pages. I go through page 1, page 2, page 3. The more I read, the faster my heart beats. There are several surprising facts recorded there.
やはり最後に頼りになるのは足だな。
Your legs really are the last thing you can rely on, huh?
そこに載っている情報はオンラインでは手に入らないものだ。
You couldn't get your hands on this kind of stuff online.
これも停電のおかげかもしれない。
Perhaps I have the blackout to thank for it.
電力が供給されていたら快適な室内に閉じこもってパソコンに頼り切っていただろうからな。
If the power had been on, might have holed myself up in this room and relied on my computer the whole time.
驚くのも無理はない。
It's not surprising it's no wonder you're surprised.
何しろ木関アルトという女の子が実在したんだからな。
After all, a girl named Al Kizeki did indeed exist.
ノイとアルトは今から15年前に誕生した双子だ。
Noi and Al are twins who were born 15 years ago.
まあ驚くべきところはそこだけではないと思うが。
I don't think that's all that's surprising, though.
母親の名前は木関エフィー。出産当時11歳。
Their mother's name is Effie Kizeki. She was 11 years old when they were born.
にもかかわらずどこを見渡してみても養子を示すような記述は見当たらない。
Yet despite that, no documentation I found suggests that they were adopted.
ノイとアルトはエフィーの実子であるとそこには書かれている。
It's written right there that Noi and Alt are Effie's blood-related children.
おまけに父親の名前がない。
What's more, they don't have a father listed either.
ノイとアルトは私生児らしい。
It seems she raised Noi and Alt by herself.
父親に認知されていない子供、非摘出子、婚外子。
Hold on a sec. Children unrecognized by their fathers, illegitimate children, and children born out of wedlock.
こんなことがありえるか？
Is this kind of stuff possible?
何をどうしたらこんな戸籍が受理されるって言うんだ。
How was this family register ever accepted?
けれど仕方がない。ひとまず現実を受け入れるしかあるまい。
But there was nothing they could do about it. All they could do was simply accept it as reality.
東宝にはそう記載されているんだから。
That's what's written in... Wait, hold on a second. That's what it says on the official copy of their family register.
ノイ
Oops.
とアルトは同一人物。二人は二重人格。
Actually, I skipped a line, sorry. And what does that say about the stuff you just told me? About how Noi and Alt are the same person? That they're split personalities.
この話は誤りだったのか。
Do you have the wrong idea?
いや、そういうわけじゃない。
No, that's not the case.
正解だったんだよ。
It's correct.
図らずもその資料が証拠を示している。
This document proves that too.
木 関アルトは1年前に事故で亡くなっているんだ。
Alt Kizeki died in an accident a year ago.
もうこの世には存在しない。
She doesn't exist in this world anymore.
生き残っているのはノイだけなんだよ。
Noi's the only one who survived. Noi's the only one who's alive.
これで私が言った意味が分かっただろう。
Now you understand what I was getting at, right?
私はその資料を読んでアルトがノイの双子の妹だったことを知った。
I learned that Alt was Noi's twin sister by reading these documents.
だがアルトはもうこの世にはいない。
But Alt's no longer a part of this world.
記憶を失う前のノイももちろんそのことを知っていたはずだ。
Noi must have known that before she lost her memories, of course.
なのにノイの大腿部にはアルトを探してというメッセージが書き込まれていたというじゃないか。
Yet there was a message written on her thigh telling her to look for Alt. Right?
ここで私はピンときたんだ。
So then it came to me.
もしかしたらアルトの人格は今でもノイの中で生き続けているんじゃないかと、そう思ったんだよ。
What if Alt continues to live on as a personality in Noi's mind?
亡くなった兄弟のことを忘れることができず、自分の内側で新たにその人格を作り上げる。
Unable to accept her sister's loss, she created a new personality in her brain.
乖離性同一性障害ではしばしば見られる症例だ。
You see this quite often in divergent identity disorder.
だから私は言ったのさ。うすうす感づいていたと。
That's why I said I had a sneaking suspicion. When I come to, I realize Yaoi's voice getting heated up. Yayoi seems to be waiting for my Yayoi stopped speaking. Seems she was waiting for me to continue. But my mouth doesn't move. I just keep flipping the pages with my mind miles away from my body. I'm frozen in place, my eyes glued to the file in my hands. The file contains documents related to Bra and Devra Pharmaceuticals. As I'm reading them, my eyes suddenly focus on a word. On Hatsumi. My heart beats loud. A shudder runs down my spine. Keep an eye on Yayoi while still staring at the paper. It doesn't seem like Yayoi's realized anything. Just doesn't understand why I'm shaken up. Unsatisfied, I continue reading. This Hatsumi's last name is Kizeki. Hatsumi Kizeki. According to the documents, she's the creator of the NPO Bra. Effie, the current chairwoman, is actually the second chairwoman. And the first one was apparently this woman named Hatsumi. Something similar is also written in documents about Devra Pharmaceuticals. Though Effie is the current president, the former president was Hatsumi Kiseki. Hatsumi was also Devra Pharmaceuticals' founder. Raw and Devra Pharmaceuticals were established around the same time. It was about 30 years ago. Effie is currently 26 years old, so that would be a few years before she was born. What bars me is the last name, Kiseki. I flipped through the transcript of the family register next. Noi and Alt are twin sisters. I already know that. Who's their mother? Effie Kiseki. And who's Effie's mother? According to the documents, it says Hatsumi Kiseki. I suspected at the moment I saw that Hatsumi's last name was Kiseki. I couldn't hide my surprise at just how bluntly the information was left there. And that's not all that was shocking. Effie's an only child. She doesn't have any siblings. Hatsumi had her 26 years ago. She's not adopted. Hatsumi is currently 71 years old. She would have been 45 back when Effie was born. That's pretty old to be having a child. But however, that doesn't mean it's impossible. That part's fine. It's not an issue at all. No, the issue comes after that. Effie has no father. A child with no acknowledged father. That's right. Her situation is exactly the same as Noi and Alt's. Though their mother's physical age is unnatural, they're not adopted. She raised them both. Hatsumi and Effie resemble each other greatly in this aspect. It can't help me make me suspect there's some sort of cause and effect linked together to this. At any rate, that's how I've come to learn that this person named Hatsumi exists. Hatsumi is Effie's mother, and Noi and Alt's grandmother. Furthermore, she's the founder of Bra and Devra Pharmaceuticals. And what's more, she was also the former headmistress of La Bayou. That's what Effie told me. Effie told me that yesterday. She said that she became the headmistress 4 years ago. But up until then, her mother ran the orphanage. It's clear from this that Hatsumi ran La Bayou before Effie. Though I finished reading over the documents, I still have questions. Now, I've come to learn this person named Hatsumi. But why is it that the name Hatsumi is getting me so frightened? It's because of what happened last night. And remember what Hojo told me back when we were in that oil tanker. Don't you have any ideas of who it could be? Of who the true culprit is and what motive they have for murdering Kominato?
Hatsumi. Yaeda Hatsumi という女性。
A woman named Hatsumi Yaeda. She's the true culprit?
わからないわ。
I don't know.
でも今のところ思い当たるのはその女性だけで。
That's just the only one that I can think of. This Hatsumi has a motive?
ええ、
Yes. To kill Kominato?
多分ね。
Probably. And to set you up to take the fall?
なくはないと思う。
I can't say that she doesn't.
私個人に対して恨みを抱いているのかどうかはわからないけど、
I don't know if she personally has a grudge against me though.
でも内調という組織のことは憎んでると思うわ。
However, I think she has a grudge against Zero as an organization. Is it just a coincidence? Hojo said that a woman named Hatsumi might have been the one who actually killed Kominato. And Broad Devera Pharmaceuticals and La Bayou's head was named Hatsumi as well. She's Effie's mother, as well as knowing Alt's grandmother. Or am I just looking too deeply into this? Besides, in the first place, their surnames are different. Hojo's Hatsumi was called Yaeda, while this one is Kizeki. The name Hatsumi isn't all that rare either. If it's just my imagination, that's fine, but... My heart is swirling with some sort of bad feeling that logic can't explain. I close the file and look up. I can't tell Yayoi about Hatsumi. Yayoi still doesn't know about how Marina Hojo's connected to Kominato's killing. Sorry, Yayoi puffs on a cigarette in front of me. Did you finish reading?
感想は
What do you think? Nothing really.
なんだよそれ。
The hell?
正直に驚いたって言えばいいだろう。
Why don't you just be honest and tell me you were surprised? Is there something you gain from me telling you I'm surprised?
なんだか勝ったような気分になれる。
It'll make me feel like I won somehow. How ridiculous.
くだらなくなんかない。
It's not ridiculous.
私は昨日失態を演じてしまった。
I screwed up big time yesterday.
だからその分を取り戻そうと思って。
So I was trying to pay you back for that. Okay. So basically you want a compliment, don't you? You did well. Good job. You're wonderful. You're amazing. There, satisfied?
たく
Sheesh. More importantly, I need to ask you something.
なんだ
What is it? Now I know that Noi's body is her own. That all is a fictional personality created in Noi's mind. However, I believe that the Alt personality is superior to the Noi personality in her mind. The reason for that is because while The reason for that is because while Alt knows about Noi, the reverse isn't true. This brings a question to mind. Are there any actual fictional personalities that have that control the personality they were created? Sorry. Are there any fictional personalities actually out there who who have more control than the original personality?
それが質問か？
That's your question? Yeah.
だったら答えはイエスだ。むしろその方が一般的だよ。
If so, the answer is yes. In fact, that's more common.
DID 乖離性同一性障害では最も理性的で狡猾で威厳に満ちた人格が全ての実権を握ることになる。
Hold on a sec. In DID, the most rational, cunning, and dignified personalities are the ones who hold the reins.
そういった人格は架空の存在である場合が多い。
There are many cases where that personality is the one that's been created.
というか、もともとの本性が理性的で狡猾で威厳に満ちているならば、乖離性同一性障害なんて煩わないはずだろ。
I mean, if the original personality was reasonable, cunning, and dignified, then they wouldn't have DID to begin with, would they?
自分では制御することのできない抑圧された感情がある。
They have overwhelming emotions that they can't control.
その感情を爆発させたり、なだめたりするために新たな人格が必要となるわけで、
They need to create new personalities to let those emotions explode and calm down.
つまりそういうことだよ。
That's how DID normally works.
ノイの中でアルトの方が支配的な立場にあったとしても不思議でもなんでもない。
So it's not strange at all that this alt personality would be the dominant one. Hey, can I ask you one more thing?
どうぞ。
Go ahead. DID patients normally have multiple personalities, right? Yet Noi only has two. Is it common for there to only be two personalities?
少なくとも私は聞いたことがないな。
Not from what I've heard, at least. Which means she may still have more hidden personalities?
かもしれん。
Perhaps. Oops. Yayoi smokes her cigarette until it's only a stub at her fingertips and then snubs it down the ashtray. She holds onto the filters and assembles them in the ashtray like she's gathering them together. So, what's your plan now?
ますますノイを放ってはおけなくなったな。
The more we learn, the more it seems like we can't let Noi run free.
ブラーの計画とやらも気になるし、
I'm also concerned about this plan of Braz. All we can really do is pinpoint where Effie is. She should be with Noi right now. No, I should say that she should be with Alt right now. At any rate, I don't think she'll come back to La Bayou.
心当たりはあるのか？
Any idea where she'll be? I have one.
どこだ？
What's that? Hold on a sec. Okishima. Well, now you mention it, that was written in the family register.
エフィとノイの本籍地であり現住所でもあるあの島のことだな。
You mean that island that's registered as Effie and Noi's current address, right? Current residence, right? That's not all. According to the documents, Devra Pharmaceuticals has a lab on Okishima as well. An old facility that was constructed almost 30 years ago. And apparently, Devra Pharmaceuticals started from that small laboratory. But right now, their headquarters is currently located in a different city. Furthermore, Okishima is also labeled as Hatsumi Kiseki's current residence. There's that, and Effie also mentioned yesterday how her mother currently lived away. It's also likely that the parents of the Beagles that were in La Bayou are also from that island. Effie had said their parents were a miniature Schnauzer and a Beagle. But I can't tell Yayoi about Hatsumi. When I keep my silence, Yayoi ends up being the one to break it.
じゃあお前はオキシ島に？
And you're going to Okishima? Now, don't be hasty. I never said that. It's only a last resort. Effie should still be in this town.
どこかってどこだよ。
And where is that? Where would that be? I don't know. But I know someone who will.
大隈智義か。
Tomoyoshi Okuma, huh? That's right. What's more, I owe him. He really rubbed me the wrong way when he burst into my agency last night. So I won't be satisfied until I've properly thanked him. Yayoi and I look at each other. We affirm what each other's thinking in the silence. And with that said, I'm gonna get going now.
待ってくれ。
Wait, hold on. Actually, Okay, it's still running fine. Alright, just wanted to make sure. I couldn't really tell. Yayoi sauced me just as I was getting to my feet.
そういえば超音波の話はどうなったんだ？
Speaking of which, what about that stuff? How are things going with that ultrasonic wave stuff you told me about? Ultrasonic waves?
ラジオから流れてるんだろ？
You said they were coming out of the radios, right?
詳しい話が聞きたい。
I want to hear the details.
さっきの話とどういう関係がある？
What does it have to do with what you told me? I hesitate and look at my feet.
そもそもお前は何をしにこの事務所に来たんだ？
Why'd you even come to this agency to begin with?
てっきり超音波の話が聞けるものだとばかり思っていたのだが、
I thought you were going to tell me all about the ultrasonic waves, but no sign of that at all.
どうやらそういうわけじゃなさそうだな。
It seems that isn't the case. Of course not. The ultrasonic wave stuff was all bullshit I made up. I'm about to say that, but I swallow my words and think. The reason why I came to this agency. I didn't come here just to give her a report on my investigation. It wasn't to get water either. I look up at her and speak. Yo, let me borrow your laptop. You still have battery left, right?
ああ、残ってるが、
Yes, but
超音波の話は。
what about the ultrasonic waves? Look, just shut up and give it to me.
うん、
Yayoi cocks her head, but despite that, gets up and leaves her seat. I sit down in her place. The laptop's on the desk. I turn on the power and wait for it to start up. As I'm waiting, I search through my jacket pocket and take out a DVD. In this DVD lies the greatest answers to the greatest mystery of all time, the Eroge that Uchikoshi worked on in 2003. At last, I shall play it and find out its identity. Okay, not really. In this DVD is a list of all of Labeu's occupants. I hold the DVD in one hand while I wait for it to start up. Yayoi is currently standing behind me. Oops. It contains names from the president to a decade ago, and has face shots too. Before long, the computer starts up. I put the disc into the DVD-ROM, into the DVD drive, and open the files. I shift through the face shots, slowly scroll through the page as I carefully look at the faces of the children one after another.
なんだよ、結局コピーしたんじゃないか。
What the hell? So you did make a copy of it after all. This isn't a copy. It's the original.
ってことは、エフィーに返さなかったのか？
So you never gave it back to Effie? I forgot to.
で、何を調べてる？
So what are you looking into? Sorry, but I can't tell you. It's an unrelated matter, so don't worry about it. While I'm staring at the screen, I can I don't need to look to tell that Yaya has a very displeased look on her face. Even so, I still can't afford to tell her, because if I do, that means explaining to her that I was with Hojo last night. I'd rather avoid that if possible. What I'm currently looking for is the identity of Q, the May Queen. She swapped places with Alt in Noi's body. In the generator room at the Bank of Japan, was injected with Vectamide, and was hospitalized at the police hospital. She's probably a resident of La Bayou, if I'm right. Why is that? Hojo showed me a photo in the oil tanker last night. There's a face shot of the May Queen. Hojo had thought that girl was actually Noi up until then. And 2 nights ago, Hojo had said this to me over the phone. I found out that it seems that she was raised in an orphanage. Incidentally, I already know that Noi herself isn't a resident of the orphanage. Meaning what? It means that the girl who was raising the orphanage wasn't Noi, but Q, the May Queen. Which is why I'm doing this. See? Just as I thought. She's a dead ringer for the girl in the photo that Hojo showed me. The girl with a face like a potato. There's no way I could forget her. So the May Queen really is a resident of La Bayou. I checked the name right next to it. And at that moment, a chill runs down my back. This is the umpteenth time this has happened since I come to this room. If I keep getting hit by shocking revelations like this one after another, I'm gonna go numb eventually. I got a little headache. Put my hands to my around rub my eyes and close them. When I open them again, I see that the letters have not changed at all. The name right next to the May Queen's photo is Rie Shomoto. Does all really have nothing to do with that murder case?
直接的には関係ないと思う。
Not directly, I don't think.
彼女はただある人物の指示に従っただけなのよ。
You're just following someone's instructions. Who would that be?
正本理恵って女の子。
A girl called Rie Shomoto. You mean that Shomoto is in that woman who called me?
そう。私と同じ内調の捜査官。
Yes. That woman is a investigator at Zero, just like me.
と同じ名字っていうだけで、実は二人の関係についてはまだ分かってないの。
That said, the two of them just have the same last name. I don't know if they're actually related or not. Alt was one of the criminals behind the Bank of Japan attack. And yeah, you still believe Alt?
ええ、信じてるわ。
Yes, I do. Based on what?
ないこともないわね。
I can't say I have no basis at all. What do you mean by that?
アルトが正本という名前を出したからよ。
Because Alt said the name Shomoto.
正本がこの件に一枚噛んでいるという証言そのものが説得力を持っているってこと。
Does her statement that Shomoto was involved in this case sound persuasive?
嘘だとは思えないの。
I can't imagine she was lying. So in other words, this girl named Shomoto has something to do with Kominato's murder?
まあ、そうね。
Sorry, this woman named Shomoto has something to do with Sorry. has some sort of connection to Kominato's case? Well, I suppose so. Rie Shomoto. The Maid Queen is Rie Shomoto. What's the meaning of this? It says here that Rie was adopted into the Shomoto family 3 years ago. Her adoptive mother, serial investigator Minayo Shomoto, is divorced, and she and her ex-husband could not have any children, it seems. Even those details are written in the file. Let's not get any interest in Shomoto's private life. What's important is that Shomoto's adoptive daughter is the Maid Queen. According to Hojo, Minayo Shomoto apparently has some connection to Kominato's murder. Rie Shomoto, her daughter, is the one who instructed Alton Noi's body to lead Hojo to Kominato's house. Furthermore, Rie Shomoto is one of the culprits behind the Bank of Japan attack and also a former resident of Labeu. What's with all these uncanny connections? Thanks. Appreciate that. I take the DVD out of the drive and put it back in my pocket. I can't underestimate Yayoi's perception. Yayo asked me this next.
誰なんだ正本理恵って。
Who's Rie Shomoto? Didn't I tell you? It's for a completely different case. It has nothing to do with you. Yayoi crossed her arms, looking peeved. It's the kind of face that says she's about to grill me. I can't afford to let her. If she catches me, then I'll never be a match for her. I have to get out of here now. All right then. Sorry to take your time.
おい待てよ。超音波の話はどうなったんだ
Wait, hold on. What about the ultrasonic waves? I'll tell you once the power comes back on. So until then, don't listen to the radio, okay? I say only that and run out of the office. Might just be hitting my limits. Probably only a matter of time until Yayoi learns about Hojo. Oh boy. Okay, and off we go again. Since we already went to Labeu and the University Hospital, now we're going to Okuma's house. I headed for Tomoyoshi Okuma's house. He's in a rather luxurious residential district. That's what I think to myself as I walk down the tree-lined streets. What's currently occupying my mind is Hatsumi and the Shomotos. I don't know if Hatsumi Yaeda is the same person as Hatsumi Hizeki. I'm also not sure what connection the Shomotos have to Komina's murder. I still remember what Hojo told me last night in the oil tanker. And what I said to her last night. Solve the Kominawa murder case on your own. It's got nothing to do with me. No, sorry. I won't give you a hand at all, alright? I only have one brain and body. I can't be chasing after two cases at the same time. I feel bad for Hojo. I'll have to set aside the Kominawa murder for now. Let's just focus on the Bra case for now. What is Bra's plan? What do they mean by what does they mean by split bodies? I have to find Effie again. Same goes for Noi too. I have to take Noi into custody. Why? Well, as for why, it's because she gave me a job to do. And I still haven't finished it yet. I have to get her memories back. I've already got my hands on the drug. All that's left is to inject it into her. Is that really it, though? Is that the only reason why I'm so worked up over Noi? At any rate, I have to find out where Effie and Noi are. Which is why I need to visit Tomoyoshi Okuma first. He should know where the two of them are. I arrive in front of Okuma's house as I'm thinking. The sky is dyed orange. It's the color of ripe fruit. It almost seems like juice would come pouring out if I stuck a pin in it. I hear the cries of cicadas in the distance. The darkness is slowly but surely making its presence known. I press the intercom button. I don't hear anything from the doorbell. Must be because of the power outage. Oh well. I pass through the gate and stand in front of the entrance. I knock on the door. No response. Knock on the door. No response. I try calling out, but I get no answer. I don't see anyone in the second floor window. There's a fence. I grab the knob and try pulling it towards me. The door opens. It wasn't locked. I've already come this far, so there's no reason to hesitate. I slip myself through the open door. I make my rounds around the mansion, but there's no one there. The first and second floors are unoccupied. The only sound being that of the clock on the wall clicking away. Eventually, I find the door below the first floor staircase. When I open it, I find myself faced with a staircase. But this staircase doesn't go up, but rather down. There's a basement? Staircase are swallowed into the darkness ahead. There's a light switch on the wall, but flipping it does nothing. I take out my pen light from my pocket and turn it on. I hold in my left hand. With my right hand, I reach for the Glock at my chest. I get ready to pull it out at any moment. I carefully take one step down the staircase after another. When the steps finally end, I find myself in a narrow hallway. There's not a single sound. The world is dominated by the sound of silence. Sure is quiet here. There are two doors in the hallway. Both of them are thick. Both of them are thick, as if they're doors from a recording studio, and the handles are also huge. A studio? Studio. I can tell there are two staircases. There's one that came down and one more at the end of the hallway. It's still too late to turn back. I have to check the doors. I lightly tap the wall on my right. It's made of concrete. Nothing about it in particular seems odd. First thing I do is open the nearest door. This is, without a doubt, a recording studio. This is what they call the mixing room, I think. The audio mixing room, I think. There's all sorts of sound equipment on the walls. Oh yeah, that's right. I almost forgot what Okuma told me. I have a recording studio in my home. I think about that as I slowly turn the pen light. The white ring of light runs along the walls. I point my pen light at the floor. And just then, I see a pale face in the darkness. Surprised, I instinctively pull out my Glock. Who are you? I don't recognize that face that I'm shining the light on. It's a middle-aged woman. She has a gag in her mouth. Judging from her clothes, she appears to be this place's housekeeper. She's lying on the floor. She's lying on the floor, all cramped up. Her arms are tied behind her back. Her legs have been tied, but have some sort of cord wrapped around them. What the hell? It doesn't seem like some sort of kink of his. What's happened? Are you okay? I put my gun in its holster and run over to the housekeeper. I get on my knees and undo her gag. Who did this to you?
あなたは
Who are you? Don't worry, I'm not your enemy.
じゃあ早くこのコードを
Then hurry up and untie me. I do as I'm told and untie her. It takes some time though, because it's wound around her pretty tight. Once I finish, the housekeeper staggers to her feet and shouts,
早く警察に
Hurry! Hurry! Call the police! Alright, I got it, so just calm down. First tell me what happened. But just as I'm about to speak more. The woman suddenly lets out a shrill shriek. She puts her hands to her mouth and starts staggering back a few steps at a time. Before long, she bumps into a wall and stops altogether. Her eyes are shut wide open. I check to see where she's looking at. I follow her gaze. There's a giant glass window against the wall. There's a room past there. If this is the sound mixing room, that must be the recording room. Well, as you can see there by that icon, we have officially reached another roadblock in Kojiro's story, and this cannot continue further until we've gone through Marina's side. We still got some time. I think I could probably start on the Marina bit. So I guess, yes, Marina is still in this game, shockingly enough. This became the Kojiro show for a while, but nope, she exists, apparently. Anyway, the still have some time, so I guess I'll switch to her and continue. Now, as you can see with Marina, we're way back at still on the second day when we were in the hotel room waiting for Kojiro. I hear a knock on the door. I do up my hair a bit and reach for the doorknob. Kojiro's standing there. With an idiotic look on his face, he speaks up.
あれ
Huh? What?
すまない。部屋を間違えたみたいだ。
Sorry, I seem to have the wrong room. After Kojiro arrives at the hotel room, after that, so much shit happens that even I don't remember it all too well. To sum it up in short, it basically went like this. First, I told Kojiro about how Kominato's murder happened. Then Kojiro started talking to Alt. In the meantime, I sat down by a chair by the window, did some thinking. Suddenly, I looked outside and saw the hotel was surrounded by police. The three of us ran out of the room. Cops were chasing after us. In the midst of all this, something inexplicable happened. Alt vanished from the elevator. However, Kojiro somehow managed to break out of the police's perimeter. We have Mikhail to thank for that. He managed to smuggle us out in an oil tanker. Kojiro and I talked in the oil tanker, where he made 7 major discoveries. First, 4 of the hostages from the Bank of Japan incident swapped places with the criminals in the generator room. 2. The 15 kids and the 4 criminals were all in cahoots with each other. 3. There's a high possibility that all 19 of them are members of Hive. 4. Alt was one of the culprits. 5. Noi and Alt are twin sisters. 6. The girl who was sent to the police hospital was not the real Noi, but Q, the May Queen. And 7. It seems likely that the children stole the 30 million yen from the Bank of Japan. That concludes all new discoveries I made about the Bank of Japan attack. Some of that's based on speculation, but seems pretty accurate to me. However, there's still two things I don't get. One, why was it the 4 children at the the police hospital, QRS and T, lost all their memories? 2, for all that money they stole, 30 million yen is still a pretty small amount for a planet of that scale. Why is that? I still don't have answers for these questions. Furthermore, Kojo provided me with some new information as well. He told me about an orphanage called Labeu, an NPO called Bra, and a pharmaceutical company known as Devra Pharmaceuticals. As for how these three are related, Labeu's headmistress is a woman named Effie, who is also Bra's chairwoman, and is also Devra Pharmaceuticals president. Effie, Alt, and Noi. These three are related by blood. Alt called Effie her mom. When you think about that, when you consider her age, that seems to be complete nonsense. Last concerns Tomoyoshi Okuma and Mayumi Tsuyuzaki. Okuma is the chief of the Bank of Japan Systems Information Systems section, and also a top brass member of BRA. Mayumi Tsuyuzaki, the woman we known as Mizoguchi, is also top brass at BRA. These two are looking for Noi. Next considers what happens after we got out of the oil tanker. We abandoned the oil tanker on the road somewhere and changed cars. Mikhail's the one behind the wheel. Mikhail dropped Kojo off at the warehouse district, and then... Wait, hold on 1 second, I want to check something. Just take a minute. Alright, sorry, I was just calculating how long I think it'll take me to get to the next good stopping point. It'll probably be another 40 or 50 minutes from now. Just want to make sure it's still okay with you guys. Because otherwise, this is like probably the best stopping point. Alright, I'll keep going then. Kyle and I are currently on the roof of a building. How long do you think the blackout will continue?
さあ、
Beats me.
しかし明け方まで続くようなら大変な騒ぎになるでしょうな。
But there will be quite an uproar if it continues until tomorrow morning. According to the car radio, the blackouts affected the whole city, right?
え
Yes.
え、ご覧なさい。街の明かりが一つ残らず消えています。
Take a look. All the lights are out.
まるで街全体が死んでしまったようだ。
It's like the whole city is dead. When you put it like that, it is strange, huh?
何がです？
What is? Take a look. I urge Mikhail to look up at the sky. I look up at the same time. It's a perfect night sky. Countless stars are blinking and shining.
美しいですな。
Beautiful, isn't it?
この街の空にもこんなにたくさんの星があったとは。
To think that even this city's sky has so many stars in it. Strange, isn't it?
ですから何のことをおっしゃってるんです？
As I was asking, what do you mean by that? Why don't you try counting the stars?
ご冗談でしょ
You're joking, right? You can't do it?
う。一生かかっても不可能でしょうな。
I could never do it even if I spent my whole life. And how many of those lights do you think have our life forms on them?
北条さんがまだ8つのお嬢さんだったらこう答えていたでしょう。
If you were still a young girl of 8, I'd probably tell you this.
星はすべて生きていると。
All the stars are living.
しかし現実的には恒星に生命体が宿っている可能性は極めて低いと言わざるを得ません。
However, realistically, I have to say that the odds of life being on our planet is extremely low. That's right. I think so too. No matter how beautiful they are, there are no life in the worlds that we see in the sky. There's not a single sense of life from any of them. At least, not in these lights. So what does that mean? Couldn't you say this? That it's the lights that are in fact dead. And it's this darkness that is in fact living. Light is a symbol of death. Dark is a symbol of life. See? Isn't it strange?
詩的な表現ですな。
Rather poetic expression, wouldn't you say? You think so? I'm just a realist, that's all. Let's talk about something realistic, Mikhail.
おやおや、こんな素敵な夜なのに。
And waste such a beautiful night?
愛を語らうにはうってつけのシチュエーションですぞ。
Isn't this the perfect situation for discussing love? I want to talk about that love, actually.
は
What? Remember when I asked you back when you helped me escape from the police station? I asked you why you were doing all this. And you told me this. You said it was all for love.
愛に理由が必要ですかな。
Right, I said, does love need a reason? That's right. This is the second time you've saved me. First was back then, and this time with the oil tanker. Not even Romeo ever did anything that reckless. I don't think even Romeo would have done something so reckless. Hey, can I ask you one more time? Why are you doing this? Mikhail grabs onto the railing and stares off into the distant sky as he speaks.
何度聞かれても答えは同じですよ。
My answer will remain the same no matter how many times you ask.
愛のためです。
For love. Didn't I already tell you? I'm a realist. Tell me the truth.
本当のことですよ。
It is the truth.
私は今までに一度も北条さんに対して嘘をついたことはありません。
I haven't lied to you a single time since we met. Mikhail stares at me with a serious face. It's stern, but also looks somewhat sad. Perhaps he's right. Mikhail, what did actually turn out to be from a news agency? Yeah, a business card. And the employees. No, sorry, he had an employee ID, and the workers in this building recognized him too. I think about the man who completely beat up that the man who was hitting on Alt, the one who had the silicone masks and the voice changer. It almost made me wonder if he was working for some sort of intelligence agency. But it seems I was just overthinking things. But this and that have nothing to do with each other. I keep my silence and wait for Mikhail to speak. Eventually he turns to me and says this.
北条さん、隠し事をしているのはむしろあなたの方でしょう。
If anything, you're the one who's keeping secrets, aren't you?
小湊殺害事件の真犯人についてです。
About the true killer behind Kominato's murder.
警察署から抜け出してきた時、あなたはこう言いましたよね。
Remember what you said back when you escaped from the police station?
今はまだ話せないと。
You said you couldn't talk about it yet.
つまりあなたには何か心当たりがあるということです。
Meaning you must have some idea about it.
どうでしょう。そろそろお話ししてくださいませんか。
Well, would you please tell me about it now? Stars hang high above. It's raining down like snowflakes. Stars say nothing. No singing or whispers reach my ears. They just quietly hang in the sky. Almost like they're drawing an arch in their wake. I look at the city covered in darkness. Silhouettes of the turn signals. Sorry, no, of the traffic signals on the streets are standing out like bizarre pieces of artwork. Car headlights occasionally leave a tail in their wake, passing by. Dawn is still a ways off. City is silent. Alright. You've already done this much for me. So I guess it wouldn't be fair of me to keep it quiet about it. My eyes fall deep into turn deep to the horizon. To the void where light and dark mix. The interval between heaven and earth. But there are no clear borders there. The sky and the earth melt together and blur as one. I squint my eyes and search through the pure darkness. And shortly after that, I finally bring myself to talk. It happened 1 year ago in August. It was raining, pouring even. On that day, I've been assigned to a case. And the case began with a phone call. I was told that a child had been kidnapped and was asked to help. It was a kidnapping case. The one who called was the child's mother. The kidnapped girl's name was Alt.
アルト。あのオープンカフェで会った女の子と同じ名前ですな。
That's the same name as that girl I met at the cafe, isn't it? Yes. But she's different from the one back then. The names just happen to be the same, that's all.
なぜ？
Why is that? You'll understand once I go on. The mother who called in knew the culprit's name, Ryuji Kominato. Goes without saying that that's the man who was killed. He was killed today after being shot 3 times in the chest. As for why he kidnapped that girl, well, I'll leave it to your imagination. Anyway. The girl's mother told Kominato's name to the police. Kominato was an influential man who was at the top of a financial group. The police couldn't make any dumb moves. They were too scared to get involved.
そこで内調の方へと出動要請が来た。そういうわけですか。
So they turned to then they turned to Zero for help, I'm taking it? Not directly, though.
北条さん、あなただったのですね。
How about Sorry, where was I? Where was the part where I was muted? Alright, I'll just start from here, and hopefully this will cover what was missed. Can't tell if it is, but... And the one who was assigned to the case was you, right? Yes, that's correct. I had a bad feeling from the start. I felt like this wasn't going to be an easy case, that it turned to quite the hassle. But even so, I had to act. All I could do was obey my orders from my superiors. I found out where Kominato was and broke into the place. It was a villa he owned. The same place where he was killed today. I didn't sense a single person in the mansion. All I heard was the roar of the rain, thunder, and the ticking of an antique clock. Apart from that, all the air was dominated by a creepy silence. I commenced my investigation. After going up the stairs and checking all the rooms, I finally ended up in the study. My hands were empty. I didn't have a gun in them. After all, we still hadn't confirmed that the call was genuine, meaning the possibility that it was all a prank could have remained. So I couldn't go walking around with a gun at the ready. I had it in my back so I could pull it out whenever I needed. Pale light shone in from the window. It was just then that I noticed there was a small opening in the gap between the bookcase. I moved the bookcase and I found that there was a square space that had been cut out. There was a hole in the floor. I quickly realized that it was a shaft for an elevator. I pressed the switch, called off the elevator, and went down. The elevator connected directly to the basement. The room was in a sort of an arch shape. From this part, you couldn't see what was behind the curve. The walls were made of concrete. The air in the room was thick and heavy. Moist and warm. I just stood there, sweat dripping down one drop after another. Mr. Kominato, are you there? There was no answer. I slowly walked along the wall. It was faintly dark in the room. A unique stench was wafting in the air. The stench of rotten meat. I covered my mouth, fought back the urge to vomit, and eventually rounded the rounded the curve and reached the edge of the wall. Mr. Kominato? At the same time I called out, I looked behind the wall. A girl was sitting there. A girl completely unrecognizable. She was leaning against the wall. Her arms were dangling. Her legs were limply hanging out. A doll? But it only took a single glance for me to realize that was indeed a living person. All the blood pooling on the floor below her said it all. Even more blood was pouring out. The blood spread across to the corners of the floor, inching by little. The girl's stomach had been sliced open. Her organs had been gouged out. They'd been crushed to pieces, reduced to little chunks of meat that were scattered about. And her face, she didn't even have a face. Her eyes, nose, and mouth were all in a pile of meat. The only thing that remained of her original shape was her ears. As I looked at that gruesome sight... Now, amidst that gruesome sight, those ears of hers actually looked more unnatural than anything. The girl wasn't the only one in the room. An old man was standing right next to her. It was Ryuji Kominato. I think you already know this, but Zero investigators don't have the right to arrest anyone. Well, that's all on paper anyway. There's an unspoken agreement that it's allowed. Anyway, Kominato was arrested by the police. However, he wasn't prosecuted and was quickly released.
なぜですか?
Why is that? Long story short, because he was the head of a financial group. He wielded vast power, not just in the financial world, but in governments. But in the government. Sorry, I'll need a minute. Sorry, I don't know why there's a slowdown again. I think it's fixed now, though. Okay, let's try this again. His power was immense, and he had roots deep not only in the business world, but also politics, government, legal circles, and all sorts of organizations. Even indirectly had the power to shut down the press, to keep the press silent.
マスコミはスポンサーには逆らえず、そのスポンサーは財界の権威には逆らえない。そういうことですな。
I'm talking about how the press can't defy their sponsors, and how their sponsors can't defy the authority of the business world. Isn't that what you're getting at? Yes. That's why the police, the prosecution, and the press all stay silent if nothing had ever happened. The only one who spoke up was a lone investigator from Zero,
それは
and that was me. I went to my superiors at Zero and urged them that Kominato should be thrown in jail. But they wouldn't listen to me. Not just that, but Zero also cast a shadow on my hopes.
というと
What do you mean by that? The ones pulling the strings from behind the scenes had been Zero. Zero would put pressure on all the affiliated departments to keep quiet, to bury the incident in darkness.
おそらくその全てが複合的に絡み合ってのことでしょうな。
I don't know if they were bribed, if someone had dirt on them, or if they were ordered by someone who pulled the strings even higher than them. If I had to guess, it was some combination of all those. Perhaps. Actually, that isn't the only reason. There was one more reason why Zero covered up the incident. But I can't tell Mikhail about that. I don't think there's any reason to do so. That's everything I know. After that, I was taken off the case for defying the top brass. That's why I don't know any other details aside from what I told you just now. It should be all saved in Zero's... the investigation document shall be saved in the database. But they changed the password after they kicked me out of the investigation. In other words, I was thrown out of the loop.
いずれにせよ今話してくださった内容が北条さんの思い当たることなわけですね。
In any case, this connects to the inkling you had regarding the true killer, right? Yes.
ということは小湊氏を殺害した真犯人は
Which means that the true culprit behind Kominato's murder was... I don't know that for sure.
しかし十分動機のある人物がいるではないですか。
But there was someone who had plenty of motive for doing so, wasn't there? Who?
とぼけないでください。殺された女の子の肉親ですよ。
Please don't play dumb. It's the murdered girl's mother.
父親か母親か、あるいは兄弟がいるなら兄弟かもしれない。
Her father, her mother, or even her siblings if she had any.
とにかく女の子の身内の犯行だとすれば、動機的なものは説明できます。
In any case, something happened to the girl. In any case, if one of the girl's relatives committed the crime, they'd have all the motive for doing so.
愛しい我が子が、または姉妹が残忍な手口で殺された。
Their beloved child or sister was cruelly taken away from them.
肉親であれば小湊氏に対して強い殺意を抱いていたとしても不思議ではありません。
They were related to her. It wouldn't be unusual if they wanted to kill Kominato for it.
というよりも殺意を抱かない方がどうかしている。私はそう思います。
If anything, it'd be crazier for them not to want him dead. That's what I believe.
同時に彼や彼女は内調という組織のことも激しく恨んでいたはずです。
And at the same time, it also explains why you'd have such a strong grudge against Zero.
事件の存在自体をないものとしてもみ消されてしまったのですから、これも当然のことと言えるでしょう。
You could even say it's only natural after they covered up the incident.
もっとも前提として黒幕が内調であるということを彼らが知っていなければなりませんが、
Though of course, that's assuming that in order for that to work, they'd have to know that Zero was pulling the strings from behind in the first place.
まあそこはおそらく執念というものでしょうな。
Well, you probably have some sort of obsession to blame for that.
執念さえあればどんな真実にも必ずたどり着くことができます。
If you're obsessed enough, you can reach any truth there is. I understand what you're trying to say. What you're getting at is that the true killer not only killed Kominato, but also tried to deal a major blow to the organization of Zero. Isn't that right? The reason they chose me as their fall guy is because I was a member of Zero, and because I was involved in the incident.
事件の情報がこんなにも早い段階で漏れたのもだからかもしれません。
Perhaps this is why the information about the incident got out so about the murder got out so quickly.
真犯人は報道機関に対して意図的に情報を流した。
True killer purposely leaked the information to the news.
スキャンダルによって内調の権威を失墜させるためです。
In order to create a scandal to deal a major blow to Zero.
もちろん
Oops, sorry.
今お話ししたことは単なる私の推測に過ぎません。
Sorry, however, that only gives them a motive, doesn't say anything for sure. Of course, what I just told you is nothing more than my own guess.
ほとんど何の根拠もないと言っていい。
You can even say most of it has no basis at all.
ただし私が長年事件記者をやっていたということだけはお忘れなく。
However, don't forget that I've covered incidents for many years. So you're saying this is your reporter's intuition?
そうです。
That's right.
それにしてもアルトという女の子のことが気になりますな。
Still, I'm curious about this alt girl. Which one?
両方ですよ。
Both of them.
オープンカフェにいたあのアルト。
The alt I met at the cafe.
私は彼女からいくつか話を聞きました。
I heard several things from her.
ああ、そうそう。ホテルの部屋に彼女がいたと思うんですが。
Oh, speaking of which, I think she was in the hotel room. Yes, she was.
では、経緯はもう聞いていますね。
And you already heard about how she ended up there, right? And, yes.
電話で話したとき、私は彼女が嘘をついているとはとても思いませんでした。
When she called me, it didn't seem to me like she was lying. Which is why you had her meet up with me? So she could explain to me directly?
そうです。
That's right.
けれど北条さんのお話を伺って自信が持てなくなってきましたよ。
After hearing your story, I'm starting to lose confidence in it.
確認の意味を込めてお尋ねしますが、
Let me ask you just to confirm.
彼女とは本当に偶然知り合ったんですか？
Did you and her happen to know each other meet each other by pure coincidence? Coincidence, huh? That's a difficult question. All's a member of Hive. Just like that young man who committed suicide. And the reason I went to the Bank of Japan was because of that warning the young man had given me. After hesitating, I decided to give him this answer. The two of us met at the Bank of Japan. And the reason I went to the Bank of Japan was because I was made to want to go there. I wasn't ordered by anyone.
するとやはり偶然ということですな。
So you're saying it really was a coincidence? Yes.
では次に亡くなった方のアルトについてお尋ねします。
Let me ask you a question about the deceased alt next.
彼女の生前の顔は
What did she look like during life? I never saw. Hey, hold on a second, okay? What, you trying to say that the two of them are the same person or something?
わかりません。
I don't know.
誘拐された方のアルトは本当に死んでいたのですか？
Was the alt who was kidnapped really murdered? Probably. No, I'm sure of it.
そうですか。
Let's check for myself. I see.
ありふれた名前ではないですからね。
It's not a very common name either.
もしかしたらと思ったのですが、
Sorry, it's not a very common name. So I thought maybe, just maybe. I thought the same thing, but it's impossible. As for why... If the altar was kidnapped and survived, she would have had a scar on her abdomen from where she was cut up. However, her skin was flawless and there was no sign of stitches or anything there. I took a bath with her in order to confirm that, so I'm sure of it. Yeah, basically same thing here. Besides, their last names are different.
名字
Their last names. The alt you know has the last name of Kizeki. But the alt who died's last name was Yaeda. Alt Yaeda. Her mother's name is Hatsumi Yaeda. She had no husband. That's all I know. That was why I told Kojiro the following in the tank. That Hatsumi Yaeda might be the culprit. Alt Yaeda's mother is the most suspicious one there is right now.
そうですか。わかりました。
I casually look towards Mikhail and see a bitter look appear on his face. It looks as if he's thinking hard about something. But that expression soon fades away, and he speaks up quietly. I see. I understand.
八重田アルトは1年前に死んでいる。
Alt Yaeda died a year ago.
故に木関アルトと同一人物であるはずがない。
Therefore, she can't be the same person as Alt Kizeki.
そういうことですな。
That's what you're getting at, right? Yes. Mikhail scratches his head a little.
どうもいけませんな。
It's just not making any sense.
長年記者をやっていると疑い深くなってしまって。
Guess I've become really distrustful after many years working as a reporter.
失礼しました。私の思い過ごしだったようです。
My apologies. It seems I was looking too deeply into this.
北条さん、どうやらもう一つ謝らなければならないことがあるようです。
It seems there was something else I must apologize to you for. What's that?
東の空が明るくなってきました。
The eastern sky is growing bright. It's not your fault. Or what, are you saying you're the one who makes the earth move?
そういう意味ではありませんよ。
No, that's not what I meant.
この街でこんなにもたくさんの星を眺めることができるのは 今宵限りでしょう。
Tonight's probably the only time you get to see so many stars in the sky in the city.
停電は間もなく復旧するでしょうからね。
After all, the power should be back on before long. So?
だから私はあなたに謝らなければならないのです。
So I need to apologize to you.
無粋なことをお尋ねしてロマンティックな夜を台無しにしてしまった。
I completely ruined a romantic night with my bored questions.
申し訳ありません。
I must sincerely apologize. Don't make me keep saying it, alright? I'm a realist. I have no sense of I have no sense of romance or adventure in my heart.
強がりですね。
No, I have no need of adventure or romance in my heart. You're just trying to act tough, right? Huh?
あなたはもっと繊細な女性のはずだ。
You should be a more sensitive person than that. Don't go making assumptions on your own.
星が消える前に恋の話でもしませんか。
Why don't we speak about love before the stars go out? Now that would be boorish. We don't have any mood going on here. Is that really the kind of thing you want to talk about? Or after you heard about how a girl got cut up?
実は関係がないこともないのです。
Actually, it's not completely unrelated. How is it possibly related? Mikhail doesn't answer. He just quietly looks up at the sky. The blinking of the stars is fading. They fade into the light approaching in the east, one after another.
子供が殺されたのです。
My child was killed.
今から数十年前、
It was several decades ago.
正確に言うと36年前ですが、
36 years ago to be exact.
私はかつて日本人の女性と恋に落ちました。
Long ago, I fell in love with a Japanese woman.
大恋愛の末、やがて子供が生まれました。
We had quite the whirlwind romance, and eventually we had children.
けれど、殺されてしまったのです。
They were killed.
子供が8つの時に。
They were 8.
ですから、私にはわかるのです。
So I can tell. So I know.
その八重田初美という女性の気持ちが、
How this Hatsumi Yaeda feels, I mean.
こんなことを話すつもりではなかったのですが、
I didn't plan on talking about this.
もう取り返しがつきませんね。
I can't take it back now.
本当にすみません。
I'm sorry, truly I am.
今日は謝りっぱなしですな。
All I've been doing is apologizing to you today. I'm sorry too. I never knew something like that happened to you.
気にしないでください。
Please don't worry about it.
何十年も前の話です。
It was decades ago.
傷はも
The scars have already...
う、いや、まだ癒えているとは言えませんが、
No. I can't say they're fully healed. Yet.
しかし大丈夫。私はそれほど弱い男ではありませんよ。
But don't worry. I'm not that weak of a man. Those are the last words he speaks in the darkness. In the awkward silence, we look up and count the fading stars. Eventually, the sky turns white and the final star vanishes. A hot night is ending, bringing the start of a burning day. There's no wind or clouds. A suffocating heat covers the earth. A shroud of death covers the world. as the contours of the city become clearer. Okay, so we're going to end right there. Thank you very much for stopping in. As per usual, we'll be continuing this tomorrow. But until then, I'll see you all later. Thank you for dropping in.